I was never coached. I was never told how to hold a bat. Surprising as it may be, but these words come from a man who became the greatest batsman of all time. His name travels beyond the game in many ways. He was a legend that encompassed 2 centuries. Yes, indeed, by all means, we are talking about the one and only, the Don, Sir Donald George Bradman. After his first few years in New South Wales, his parents moved the family to Boral. He later became known as the boy from Boral, even though he wasn't born there. Young Donald honed his cricketing skills from quite an early age. He used to throw a golf ball to a brick wall and hit it on the rebound with a cricket stump. His father took young Don to the Sydney cricket ground to watch a test match. Don said to his father, "Father, I shall never be satisfied until I play on this ground." Bradman played his first cricket match at the age of 11 in Oval Stadium at Boral. And he also scored his first century at the age of 12, and he never looked back after that. His big break came in 1928-29 series against England when he made his test debut. Initially, he made only 18 runs in the first innings and then 1 run in the second. Astonishingly, he was dropped for the next test but was picked up again for the third. To everyone's awe, he scored 79 in the first innings and his first test century of 112 in the second innings. Obviously, after that start, he was never dropped from the Australian team again. After this super performance, Don Bradman took the cricketing world by storm. He was everywhere. The more he played, the more cricket records he broke. On the 1930 tour of England, he scored 334 runs, the highest test score at that time. He scored 452 for New South Wales against Queensland, setting a new highest first-class innings score. He was so good that the English team devised a method which we popularly know as the bodyline series. The bodyline series slowed him a bit but certainly did not stop the Don. What you are about to hear is astounding but true that Bradman scored a collective total of 211 centuries, played 52 tests, a large number of them as captain, and scored a mammoth 6,996 runs in his test career. Bradman's test average is 99.94, the highest ever and almost double that of any other batsman in the history of cricket. In his last match, he needed just 4 runs to ensure an average of 100. But destiny had something else in store for him. He was out on the second ball for a duck. But Bradman's failure to attain that average became an even more talked about topic, so much so that the Australian Broadcasting Commission still uses 9994 as its post office number. Bradman was full of surprises, as further evidence of his supreme athletic skills was revealed when he missed the 1935 tour to South Africa due to illness. During his absence from cricket, Bradman took up squash to keep himself fit. In a splendid display of his sporting skills, the Don took part in the South Australian Squash Championships in 1939. Believe it or not, he beat the tennis champion Don Turnbull in 5 sets. A very strange and true incident that may come as a surprise to many occurred when Bradman visited India. I mean, sort of visited India. He came to India in 1934. Interestingly, he never got off the ship in Mumbai, fearing he would catch a disease or fall sick. So he spent the entire week cuddled up in the ship and did not set foot on the ground. Later, of course, in his life, the Don expressed remorse over not getting off the ship in India. Bradman ended his career in England in 1948. As he walked out to bat in his final innings, he was given an enormous cheer by the huge crowd. The English team gave him 3 cheers and then he was out for a 0. You could hear a pin drop silence as he left the field. Later in his life, Sir Donald Bradman became a national selector and cricket administrator and won praise for both roles. He was also a successful businessman, a published author when he wrote his autobiography titled Farewell to Cricket. On the 15th March 1949, Don Bradman was knighted by the Governor-General of Australia. He died at the age of 92. He is still loved as much today after his death as he was when he was hitting his opponents into the ground. As my days on earth rapidly draw to a close, I'm proud to have set an example of all that is best in our noble game of cricket, said Sir Donald Bradman in the last few days of his life. But that's all we have on Sports File. Goodbye.